Good morning, Magical. So I know this has been a long time coming, but I'm back. Okay, so today we're starting off with our chakra readings. I'm going to do them every day for you guys. Just a quick little reading to touch base with our chakra system and to get any messages that are relevant. Guys, please know that whatever time you find this that this is going to be for you. So it's a timeless reading, although it will be dated just for my sake, chronologically and all that. And also non-gender specific. If any kind of gender comes up, take it as a kind of oh my god, first word sounds like again in the morning. I'm doing these things far too early. How it resonates with you, and then yeah, let's just go with it. If you don't feel like it's your message for the day, that's fine. There will be others. I mean, obviously this is the first one, so there will be a collection started. So what we're going to do is what I have done, just to let you know how these are going to move forward. I've got a fabulous deck of chakra oracle cards, and I did a little meditation, shuffled the cards, and I've taken from a number of different decks. Whatever deck I do use, in case you like the cards, I'll put in the links below. I'll put the name and the creator of the cards in there as well, so that you have a reference to search for them. Okay, so let's get started. Right, guys, so the card that came up this morning, the first card that was drawn was the chakra card, and this, I keep on doing this, is rejection. Okay, now I know that the color is not specific here, but this is actually your crown chakra. All right, so what this card is talking to us about today is looking at the attachment to rejections that we have had. Okay, it's actually a call to action, really. We've got a lot of hectic energy going on at the moment. It's been a kind of weird week last week and this week, and we've got our new moon today. It's new moon in Taurus, so awesome energy. Endings, new beginnings, and one of the reasons that I say this is a call to action, this card is asking you to look at the rejections you are still attached to. Okay, so it's a two-parter. I call them twofers. Okay, the other side of it is that it's looking it's asking you to look at what you need to release. Okay, what do you need to reject in order for you to be okay? And a lot of this energy, we've got Pluto in retrograde now. We're coming up on Mercury. Goddess have mercy on our souls. Oh my God. But I'm just going to be positive about it and go that Mercury is working for us, not against us. All about attitude, right? Where your intention is where your energy goes. So Pluto is all about like getting rid of stuff and new starts but sudden changes, and it's a very powerful energy that's working with us at the moment. So with this card, you're looking at what you need to reject in order for you to be okay, and also what rejections are you attached to. Remember that in terms of the chakras, attachment is all about, okay, the crown chakra's shadow side. So what drains your crown chakra is attachment. Okay, so what rejection are you attached to? All right, so the next card I pulled, these are one of my favorite sets of cards. I love this set. It's the Earth Power Oracle by Stacey DeMarco. I will write it down there. We got Delphi. Okay, now just a quick side for those who don't know what Delphi is. Delphi is a place in Greece that in mythology housed the Oracle of Delphi in worship to the god Apollo. And basically, along the short of it was that virgin goddesses would sit over these like holes that had vents coming up, gaseous vents that allowed them to then channel and pass messages on. Okay, so Delphi is all about your intuition, listening to your messages. The actual message here is, I receive divine messages constantly and clearly. I look for the truth in any situation. I know myself. Power comes from the inside out. Okay, so understanding that when you follow your intuition, and when we are rejected, we are very often disempowered by that rejection. We go to, I'm not worthy, I'm not good enough. We don't understand that sometimes people's rejection of us speaks more about them. In fact, 99.9% of the time, it speaks more about others than it does about us. So this is just a reminder to say, hold on, your power is still within you. They haven't taken your power away. On the other side, if you're working with what you need to reject, listen to your intuition. What is it telling you? What doesn't sit right with you in your life? What have you gotten to in your life where you're going, I don't want this anymore. I don't feel like this is serving me anymore. I'm not happy. I'm walking away. Okay, because this is an intuition card. So this is telling you to listen to the messages that the divine is giving you. We've actually got two communication cards. That was an interesting one. Now, the next one, oh God, I love these cards. They've got such a beautiful Celtic feel to them. They're the Earth Wisdom, I think, but I'll put the names up. The next card that came out, two jumped out. right? It was a twofer again. Okay, and the first one that came out was, I don't know if you can see that, heart healing. Now, understand that, yes, we're talking about the crown chakra, but obviously with rejection comes grief. We grieve. Now, please don't misunderstand the difference between grieving and mourning. They're two very, very different things. But when we are hurt and we are wounded, our heart chakra is wounded. It's a rejection. Okay, and that hits us in our heart chakra because that's the center that governs our relationships with others. Okay, our connection to others. So this is a look at where do you need to heal your heart, all right, because of what's happened here in the crown, the rejection that's happened in the crown. Okay, take that time. Remember that your heart chakra is about compassion and self-love and not self-respect, self-care and self-forgiveness. What have you tolerated that you need to let go of? Okay, because that's actually what this is all about with your heart chakra. When you are starting to look at self, you start seeing things more clearly. When you put your priority into yourself, things happen far more clearly for you. Okay, things become more clear for you, should I say. Okay, and then we've got, I shit you not, you can't make this up. Heal thyself. So I think Spirit was kind of clear that maybe we need to just take a look at that for the minute. Okay, so with these cards, they are talking about, aren't they just gorgeous? I know the light is catching them. It's dodgy light, but yeah. And let's be honest, guys, you don't love me for my IT skills. You love me because I'm a little bit batshit cray-cray and it keeps things exciting. Okay, so heal thyself. It's time now. Okay, take some time to go introspectively, listen to your intuition. What is your soul telling you that you need? Where are you? Back to crown chakra. Back to crown chakra. So listen to your soul talking to you. Go to your crown chakra. What do you need to walk away from? Okay. And what do you need to heal from that's walked away from you? Please understand, I know that this is really, really difficult when you're standing waiting for something else to happen. And it's like another reader had used a beautiful example. When one door closes and you're standing in the hallway waiting for the next door to open, it's terrifying. And that is the absolute truth. But understand that when something leaves your space, without you having any control over it, that is a redirection for you and it is a protection. The universe knows stuff that we cannot even possibly conceive of. Okay. And again, it's then making space for what is meant for you. Whatever is meant for you it doesn't matter how long it takes. It doesn't matter how long it takes you to get into alignment with it. What is meant for you can never pass you by, guys. Never, ever, ever. So just take a deep breath with that. Now, so funny, we've got new moon in Taurus today, but the new moon in Gemini came up, which is next month's new moon. And this is about communication. Now, I thought this was really interesting because, again, it's the twins. Okay, the Gemini is about the twins. And I feel like this is very much a battle of heart and head. Okay, we all have this battle. We all go, now, my mind is saying, okay, but if I walk away from this, what happens if nothing else comes along? Or if I don't do this, then what's going to happen? But what our heart is saying is our heart never leads us astray. It never does. Our heart is truly connected to our soul purpose. In fact, so much so that I don't know if for those of you who are a little bit more aware, we talk about the 13 chakras, not just the basic 7 chakras. And one of the chakras sits in the thymus, okay, the thymus area, which is up here, and it is called the ascended heart chakra. It is believed that our soul resides in that heart chakra. So when they say follow your heart, it's because you actually have another heart chakra where the seat of the soul resides, okay? And that's going to lead you to where you really need to be. Again, your intuition, communication with yourself, okay? Distinguish by what your programming is telling you, because that's the mental stuff. Your programming is the mental stuff. I'm not good enough. If I leave this relationship or if I walk away from this situation, there's not going to be anything else for me because I'm not worthy. And, all of that BS that we've trained ourselves over lifetimes to go through, okay, that starts kicking into action. Follow your heart. Your heart will never lead you wrong. It will never, ever lead you wrong. That much I can promise you. Okay, so we've got that. And then I thought, because I can, and why not, I drew a goddess card. And I was really quite astounded by the card that came out. At first, I was like, that's a weird one. Right. You can't actually see there. White buffalo calf woman. Okay. Reverence. So what does reverence mean? Reverence means tackling things with a deep and profound respect, having respect for situations. I'm being told this is very much about you having respect for yourselves during this process, but mostly have respect for the actual process of letting go of that which has let go of you, but also letting go of that which you need to walk away from. Okay, different processes, same result. Something is going to be released from your space, okay, for your highest good, because you don't ever walk away from something unless you really feel like you have to, and that it no longer serves you. All right, so and one of the things, and it's so funny because we come back to this card here, right? This card here. Again, we come back to the crown chakra, which started this whole thing, and we look at attachment. Okay, we get very attached to situations and people and spaces, and we hold on too long. We don't let go when we should, and that is one of our greatest downfalls. Okay, so please, guys, today's energy is about, and it's a perfect energy. I can't actually believe it. It actually is the perfect energy for today because we're sitting with a new moon in Taurus. Okay, so use the energy of the new moon. Use that releasing of. If you're not sure how to work new moon energy, write things on pieces of paper that you want to let go of. Burn them. Other people like to put them in freezers and freeze the energy. I prefer to burn them because then I'm like, be gone, evil demon, be gone, kind of thing. But it's up to you entirely. And you know what? There is no right or wrong way to do this. Follow your intuition. Follow your intuition. Listen to what it's telling you, and it'll take you to where you need to go and how you need to do this. We are all different, okay? We do not have the same cookie cutter to release what we need to release, to heal how we need to heal, okay? There is no standardized cookie cutter for us. We all are unique and individual beings, and as such, we release and we heal differently. So guys, today, look at what is no longer serving you. Give gratitude, as hard as it is when you're in the mix of it. Give gratitude for what has left your space because it's needed to. And the best part of that is if you can feel like, I'm starting to look at this when this happens with me, because then I'm like, oh, that didn't happen for me and I really wanted it. And what I start looking at now is I pretend that there's been a universal spring clean of one of my cupboards. And I love like crockery and stuff like that. I love setting tables and stuff like that. So then I'm like, okay, so that dinner service had to be moved because it's making space for some fabulous new glasses or some side plates. As simplistic as that is, you cannot get new energy in if you're not releasing the old energy that no longer serves you. Let go of the chipped, broken crockery and wait for the new one to arrive. Because I promise you now, the universe is never against us. It doesn't matter how tough that is. And it's taken me 5 years of working on myself every single day to realize that when things shift certain ways, they are for your highest good. Doesn't mean they're always easy. Doesn't mean they're always pleasant. But in the long term, it is always for your highest good, guys. So have a beautiful new moon. Mwah. I love you all lots. I will see you tomorrow with your next chakra reading. But have a beautiful day and just spend some time today going inside and looking at where you're attached to things that are no longer serving you and releasing the attachment to the things that have left. Sending you big loves from my heart space to yours, and I'll see you tomorrow.